tonight, from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, it's a special Thanksgiving night presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
It is a cold night in western Pennsylvania as we bring you inside Heinz Field here in Pittsburgh. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Now we get our first peek at the Ravens offense, and at the helm, of course, the most valuable player of the NFL in 2019, Lamar Jackson.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So, I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. The bottom line, how do they get a win?
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A gain there of 21 yards.
And the Raven first down.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Jackson from the shotgun. Over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Roughing the passer defense.
What's the deal, y'all?
Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. Call it a pickup of 7, and it's a 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Steelers' 22-yard line.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
Tackle made at the
Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
15 yards there for number 15. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Jackson with a run. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Leads to second and goal.
To throw is Jackson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Mark Andrews, a first-time Pro Bowler, the intended target. But now it's third and goal.
From the 1.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. It's the fullback. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. But this is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
Brandon, I don't know about you, but when I heard he threw 5 touchdown passes last week, I thought, well, he's going to be the AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I didn't need to hear any other stats, and it turned out to be right.
That's exactly right. It seemed like every time we turned around, he was throwing one in the end zone. But he doubled down. He said, I see 5 more in this game. Challenge accepted.
Challenge.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 28 yards on that one. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now the third-year man from NC State, it's Jalen Samuels. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Samuels, the ball carrier.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 27-yard line.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
This defense is really fooling around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in behind.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So it's challenge time. The referee's tablet coming out. And the big question, Charles, did that football break the plane to the goal line?
They just need any part of the ball to cross the goal line in order for it to count. Remember, it's got to be indisputable, though. Sometimes we think it's going to be there. We can't really find it on the tablet. So we'll see what the final call is going to be.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll try and run for it. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
For the point after.
Oh, this is what I love about calling these games. 4th and goal. This is all about leverage, who wants it more, and who's going to get it done at the point of attack, the line of scrimmage.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 7.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
1-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll be taken down with a first down as they get about 14 out of that one. And we go to the 2-minute warning.
First down, Ravens.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Throw right side taken in by the tight end Bryant. 7 yards the pickup there. Going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Lamar Jackson sacked.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going.
We're certainly not going to see a better punt than that. Definitely taking a chance, because if that thing clips the pylon, it comes out to the 20, but instead, it goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. He's at the 30, 20, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson taking it goal line to goal line, 100 yards. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The MVP, Lamar Jackson, heading out again with his Ravens. And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Jackson toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time. And it's 3rd down.
3rd down. And 10 yards to go.
This time they stay on the ground. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half.
Ravens 7.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Running to start the drive is Samuels. Skirts by him at the 35. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On the carry, it's Samuels. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
The ball carrier.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
And that's where this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Second and 13. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's taken down inside the 30. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
18-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's second.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 2 yards, good enough for a first. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They go draw play. This is Samuels. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jalen Samuels, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
At the 28-yard line.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is fielded inside the 5. We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and that'll bring up second down. Shotgun handoff to Samuels, and he'll find some space up to about the 25. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And Charles, a couple extra defensive backs in here on 3rd and 1.
Not expecting them to run it at all.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down the numbers. There he goes. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Washington, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Lamar Jackson. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
He's going to find his tight end, Boyle.
Jackson's
Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you...
Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Samuels again. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already... And he's in! Touchdown, Steelers! A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on the way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. That catch good for only a couple. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete.
Jackson's pass complete to Mark Andrews. He's forced out of bounds.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
The Steelers take over.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. That one looks like he'll throw here. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Ravens ready to take over. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey,